Hello and thank you all for watching. This is Manny Sunny Sun with this week's Astrological Report. We begin on Monday, November 24th, 2014. Moon enters constellation of Capricorn and makes a formation of a trine to planet Jupiter. Planet Jupiter, of course, is a planet of pride. It's about optimism, about philosophical ideas, open-mindedness, long distance journeys. And when the moon enters constellation Capricorn, well, what could we expect? Well, it's about social prestige, social connection, being competent in our own work and responsibilities to social life, and success through social media or social professional reputation, success, and glory, and being masterful and very very practical. Capricorn is the ruler. Saturn is the rulership of Capricorn, and Saturn is the planet of limitations, responsibilities. It makes meaningful and very serious skill. A person that is very mature. It's a person that is determined. It's a person that knows and is far beyond its time of knowledge. So this person or this constellation this time, it's about seeking responsibilities. And in the home planet of the moon, it's about seeking the nurture and finding your home. The moon denotes our sense of belonging. It's our nurturing side. It stands within the home. It's about feeling responsibilities at home. Many times this could take shape in experiencing the maturity at home, taking responsibility in your profession at home. So through time you find those modalities, those healing modalities. Saturn will make Capricorn will make us very ambitious, very it makes perfect writers at this time. Capricorn rules the skeleton, the bones, the knees, and the teeth. So we'll become more personal in our life. The responsibilities that are offered through our family, through our home, through our instinctual behaviors, those practical, those conditionings that are very habitual, very routine. And we can say that through self-determination we create the job, that crystallization through time, in those achievements, those things that feel compatible to us, that finding the purpose, having that practical vision, that determination that puts a responsibility, puts your vision, puts your focus, your scope in the world. So we can see that living through life and creating your own responsibilities at home can be very beneficial, in the sense that you have that process that you're fulfilling a purpose, you're fulfilling a sense of identity. It makes you concentrate and facing that maturity. So we can say that when the moon makes a trine to Jupiter, the trine symbolizes a very harmonious aspect. Jupiter, the planet of good opportunities, very opportunistic, it's very friendly, it's open-minded, and the trine makes us to represent this flow of energy, how the flow is being identified within our direction, within our own vision, within our own ambitions. And Jupiter is a planet of growth. It's about expansion. It's about everything that the finger of God touches, it expands. So it many times about keeping the faith, keeping your opportunities at high, and many times this could be going with people. Of course, Jupiter rules friendliness, optimistic people. This is a house where, well, this is a planet where we can attract people by keeping an open mind, keeping those opportunities open. And the trine is very supportive at this time. It's supportive of our ideas, and it's supportive of our groups, our social endeavors. And this energy can be utilized in many dimensions. This could go into specific energies if you like them to flow naturally and integratedly in yourself. And how can this work for you? Well, keep your generous people next to you. Keep them next to you, because Jupiter rules teachers, people, rules intellectuals, doctors, gurus, and those people that have high beliefs of themselves, that could help you advance in life. Jupiter's about causing expansion and development. It also highlights those with spiritual and intellectual abilities. So through success and opening yourself in those doors could be the direction in your life, could be the process where you could determine those opportunities coming to you closer and closer. So by inviting those people in, you create the mind, you create your expansion. And therefore, we are faced, and we can be defined by those people. So we like to be friendly, we like to be forgiving, we like to be sympathetic with those people. And they respect us. We bring luck. It brings us luck by reaching out in that direction. So many times it's about keeping an open mind, being very opportunistic, and keeping your spirit high, because at this element, which often shows a way of how we can start being different, being in a way of the way that we're doing things, also is a time of being. And the trine with Moon trine Jupiter, it's about keeping that direction, keeping your vision open. So what can we say? It's just to have an amazing start of the day with Moon trine Jupiter, and keep your keep your joy, keep your cheerfulness, and keep dedicated and persevere your goals and your ambitions, and keep spreading yourself. Concentrate in the smaller things, but then expand wider in however Jupiter, your intuition, your higher mind tells you and guides you, which your intuition is very, very open, and you could use it to your best ability at this time, which Jupiter controls the mind and could assist us in many of our plans, many of our family serious things happening at home, that sort of thing. You want people around you and willing to support you. Hello, thank you all for watching. This is Manny Sunny-san with Tuesday, November 25th, 2014. We have some very positive aspects coming up on Tuesday. We have Moon sextiling Neptune, Moon conjunction Pluto, Moon square Uranus. Well, what can we say with Moon, the planet of emotions, the unconscious conditioning, has to represent the emotional, the instinctive, the unconscious, the filter that we process the external environment within the inside, the emotional upbringing also. So this has a tendency to reflect back on things, because the Moon, everything that is shown upon it reflects, and planet Neptune is about imagination. It's also a water planet, so it indicates the intuition, the highlighting special abilities, this special ability to not look at the world from this physical perspective, about transcending the normal consciousness and into reaching the dream, the spirituality, transcendence, escaping from reality. It could also symbolize in other aspects about alcohol, addictions, drugs, shadow people, traitors, that sort of thing. But in a positive sense, this could be a universal aspect, being compassionate, doing the good works. It's about uniting the world. That ability to create. It's also about secrets and very secretive, very deep. Also, people with this position are spiritual psychics, are tarot readers, or have a vision and quest, a mystical aspect to them, a desire to transcend this reality, so to speak. So, with Moon planet that symbolizes our emotions, also anything that was reflected or past conditioning, that sort of upbringing seems to come into the forefront. So at this time, of course, they're both harmonizing together, creating a sextile. A sextile is used to get to know people, to get those ideas, that knowledge that you like comes to a new development, to a new sort of change. It's a big change. It leads to a better concept, a new shift in consciousness. So in situations with people, of course, sextiling Moon, sextiling Neptune, you like to be near water, or people that are very compassionate, that like to learn, and people that are very gentle, that are very compassionate. These sort of people you like to deal with, because Neptune has to do with, of course, imagination, compassionate, and the Moon, of course, also very, very compassionate. The Moon is about our mother, it's about our family, and it's about creating peace within our own past. And so, sorry about the noise, guys. I truly apologize. So we are attracted to spiritual people, to spiritual concepts, and people have that ability to bring that into you. Many times people could go into new practices like music, drama, art, music, dance, choreography, or putting your mind in a medium that supports you in every way, in every step of the way, because you feel emotionally receptive. This makes you open, this makes you considerate of others. Also, in a much more developed chart, you could go into the occult science, psychic, spiritualism, that sort of thing, where you pay more attention to the other person. You're much more compassionate, you show sympathy, and you have that ability to really tune into their emotions. And it's a very, you're able to mobilize those ideas, you're able to change, you have that sort of freedom that could lead you to could lead you to learn something new, learn your gifts, something that an ability, you're able to communicate these to others. So many times you try to avoid the simple things in life and take them to a new level, a next dimension, that sort of thing. So you're selfless to others, you give consideration of others in all respects. Then we have Moon, squaring Uranus. Uranus is about independence, freedom. It likes to change the status quo and that sort of thing. Uranus also a very, very strong planet. You like to go fiercely independent to those ideas. Uranus is a planet of shock. Uranus rules astrology. Uranus rules geniuses, rules electricity, astrology, computers, the new age. And so when we have Uranus, what can we say? Well, it's about using that energy wisely, because Uranus is very, very, it's much like that. Uranus needs to have that moment where it's not afraid to stand up for those ideas. Uranus represents going fiercely towards those ideas, and the square seems to involve a certain emotion in regards to how you put forth this idea. So it matters in how you connect, in how you gather up these energies, these sort of insights, these shocking unpredictability coming from other people. So there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of ideas churning. In many ways, you like to hang out with people that are unconventional, a little bit weird, a little bit strange, away from tradition, and against all those ideas. So you're more into the group, the future, the humanistic ideas. You're changing the rhythm of the ways we do things, and just you like to shock people. You like to create those ideas just to create a reaction, that sensitivity. So because it's a square, well, there seems to be a limitation on how you express this suppression, this idea that came to you by the behavior, by your individuation. The mind asserts itself. So you're afraid in dealing with that energy. That available energy comes to you, creating that fear, creating that, again, that upbringing, that home, that tradition. You're trying to stay away from that because that energy is something that you felt you had something else to bring. You had an inner drive or something to stimulate. So with Uranus, something unpredictable is going to come out just to keep you away from that sort of routine work. So you need a lot of space. You need people to share those ideas, people that are freedom loving and feel free to express. So you may do things just to shake things up, and this could come out being very forceful, being very independent. Where did you come out with this idea? That sort of thing. Because you're involved with Uranus, of course. Uranus rules Aquarius, which is about changing things up, very independent. So, and because the moon represents home, so you're changing the home environment, the domestic scene. The moods and the psychological things are being brought up in the unconventional way, non-conforming from the status quo. So you're again engaged in different topics and different ideas, and it makes you speak the truth. It makes you change the scene from ideas to home to groups to society. What made you? What was it? Was it society that made you suppress these ideas, or was it your home? Was it your upbringing? So we go back into the concepts of changing things up, shocking other people, shocking those around you. So thank you all for watching.